Me? I can't think of a better man for the job.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best characters to join TV shows in live-action series after the first season.
Ben, I don't think that's a great idea.
Let's do it.
Number 10, Negan Smith, The Walking Dead.
You're Rick, right? I'm Negan. And I do not appreciate you killing my men.
This zombie series had a few human antagonists during its long run, but Negan casts a long shadow over all of them. While his introduction proved controversial, Negan quickly proved to be the shakeup the show required. He makes for an unsettlingly charismatic villain, putting the protagonists through the ringer with a smile and a joke, seemingly energized by their misery.
And I brought him home, safe and sound, and I fed him spaghetti.
Even after his imprisonment, actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan brings his A-game, revealing Negan's hidden depths and his journey to redemption being every bit as riveting as any of the heroes.
I am so sorry for what I took from you and what I took from your son.
Number 9, Leon Black, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You lamping?
Chilling, relaxing.
Why'd you
Laid
change
back.
from chilling? What was wrong with chilling?
Larry David's style of observational humor works wonderfully when he has someone to bounce off of or indulge in his skewed understanding of social situations. But it isn't until 6 seasons in that Curb Your Enthusiasm delivered the perfect counterpoint to him, Leon Black.
I just want to do my thing, Larry. You know what I mean?
Well, what is your thing? What is your thing?
I'm gonna be a director, man. Action movies, all that stuff, man.
You know, you can't just go right into that.
Leon's unlikely friendship with Larry leads to plenty of the show's usual awkward situations. While Leon is just as offbeat and weird as Larry is, Leon bulldozing his way through societal norms somehow works out for him, unlike his buddy. Leon may bring out the worst in Larry sometimes, but that also makes for the best comedy.
I think he charged me for talking to him at the card show.
That's something you gotta handle, man. You know?
You want to take a ride?
Number 8, Marlo Stanfield, The Wire.
Chris, tell our people to tool up. I'm on it.
There are plenty of villains to be found in this series centered around Baltimore and its criminal underworld. So when the relatively young Marlo Stanfield arrives on the scene as the up-and-coming drug kingpin, it's impressive that he manages to hold his own among the more experienced organizations. In fact, to some degree, he manages to be even more violent than his peers. Marlo is utterly ruthless and unwilling to tolerate any disrespect.
When we bounce from this shit here, I'm gonna go down in them corners, let them people know. Word did not get back to me.
His cold, intelligent demeanor serves him well in his many conflicts with his rivals, as he seeks more and more power. Marlo's uncaring and power-hungry nature serves as a human example of the heartless systems that pervade much of The Wire.
I don't see the boy snitching. Neither do I. But you ready to bet your future on that?
Number 7, Brienne of Tarth, Game of Thrones.
But I could serve you, if you would have me. You have courage. Not battle courage, perhaps, but I don't know, a woman's kind of courage.
Although Game of Thrones has several lately arriving players that were tempting, Oberyn Martell in particular, our pick goes to Brienne of Tarth. Westeros is full of self-interested and conniving characters, but the arrival of Brienne, a woman warrior with more knightly qualities than nearly every man, is a breath of fresh air. Her integrity, skill in battle, and downright wholesomeness elevates nearly everyone around her.
I swore to your mother I would bring you home to her.
My mother's dead.
I know. I wish I could have been there to protect her.
Brienne's character arc proves among the most satisfying in the series. While the show's final season got a lot wrong, you can't tell us that Brienne getting knighted didn't bring you joy.
Arise, Brienne of Tarth, a knight of the 7 kingdoms.
Number 6, Spike, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy and her Scooby Gang are entertaining enough in the show's first season, but season 2 is when Spike arrives, and boy, does he make an impression.
So, who do you kill for fun around here?
Initially a bad boy would-be big bad, Spike gradually becomes a reluctant ally of Buffy and her friends, and then a not-so-reluctant one. Spike's brutal honesty, surprising emotional depths, and incredibly funny remarks quickly endeared him to fans.
She just left. She didn't even care enough to cut off my head.
Spike has chemistry with nearly every character, and his relationship with Buffy in particular brings out a new side of both of them, for better and for worse. Even so, many viewers can't imagine Buffy, the show, or the Vampire Slayer without Spike.
I can feel it, Slayer. You know you want to dance.
Number 5. Ben Wyatt, Parks and Recreation. The first few seasons of Parks and Rec are a little rough, but arguably the turning point is the introduction of two characters.
But she kind of steamrolls the rest of her team, me, to do whatever she wants, regardless of how the rest of her team, me, feels.
While Chris Traeger is an adorable bundle of positivity, his auditing bro Ben Wyatt is our pick. Ben initially clashes with protagonist Leslie Knope, but their similar love for government blossoms into a mutual love that's as heartwarming as it is adorkable. And it isn't just Leslie that Ben works well with. He's a great straight man to the more zany members of the cast,
I am going to teach you how to open a bank account.
acting like an exasperated older brother to his more immature colleagues. Ben just does so well that it's hard to believe he failed at being a mayor, even if he was 18.
When I was 18, I ran for mayor of my small town and won. A little bit of anti-establishment voter rebellion, I guess. Here's the thing though, about 18-year-olds, they're idiots.
Number 4. Frasier Crane, Cheers.
Hello, Sam. I'm Dr. Frasier Crane. I'm sorry I startled you.
When your two leads are in a will they, won't they relationship, inevitably there will be some romantic rivals for one or the other. Frasier Crane is initially introduced as one of these in Sam and Diane's endless dance. Erudite, stuffy, and sophisticated, Frasier is everything Sam isn't. However, even after the end of his and Diane's relationship, Frasier stuck around, and we're so glad he did.
Lilith and I met over drinks after the chemical dependency seminar last week.
By the way, I noticed your drinking went beyond sociability.
Woody, I have 2 cognacs.
The fussy, neurotic psychiatrist has been a fixture of television off and on for decades since his introduction, thanks to his spin-off series. Frasier isn't the first character to be so good he got a spin-off of his own, and he won't be the last we'll be talking about either.
There is as little validity in a supposed death dream as there is in the cliched image of death itself as a grim, bloodless ghoul whose bony finger reaches out to tap you on the shoulder when your number's up.
Number 3. Ben Linus, Lost.
Your instinct was right, John. These people are a threat. And if you shoot me, you'll never know how great a threat they were.
In another life, we would have chosen the dashing Scotsman Desmond Hume from the same show, but we can't help but love a good villain. Benjamin Linus is the manipulative, mercurial leader of the inhabitants of the mysterious island Lost is set on. Rarely willing to tell the truth when a lie will do, Ben revels in being 2 steps ahead.
Surrender! Surrender! Oh, so you do speak English?
But as loathsome as he can be, Ben is surprisingly sympathetic, and his interactions with some characters bring out his inner humanity, as well as plenty of sarcasm. Michael Emerson's masterful performance always has us guessing what Ben will do next.
I was terrified that I was about to lose the only thing that had ever mattered to me, my power. But the thing that really mattered was already gone.
Number 2. Saul Goodman, Breaking Bad.
Walt's a scientist. Scientists love lasers.
The second season of this crime drama introduces some of TV's finest supporting characters. And while Gus Fring and Mike Ehrmantraut were so close to making it instead, we thought it would be better to call Saul. Television's greatest criminal lawyer, Saul Goodman hires himself as Walter White's consigliere, hooking him and his partner Jesse Pinkman up with criminal connections, legal advice, and plenty of colorful metaphors.
He said he was going to break my legs. And don't tell me he didn't mean it, okay? Because he
Gave me the dead mackerel eyes.
Bob Odenkirk is absolute magic in the role, deftly balancing Saul's wit, sleazy self-interest, and long-buried better nature to create one of the best side characters ever. It's no wonder they gave him his own show.
So if you want to make more money and keep the money that you make, better call Saul.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Lalo Salamanca, Better Call Saul. An offhand remark in Breaking Bad led to this terrifying and charismatic villain.
Tell me again. What? Tell me again.
Castiel, Supernatural. Who knew the Winchesters needed a trenchcoat angel bestie?
It's angels and demons, probably. They're skirmishing all over the globe.
Frank Castle, also known as the Punisher, Daredevil. John Bernthal kills it and nearly stole the show.
I'll reach you tomorrow night, I promise. Yeah. Ever think that there was not gonna be any tomorrow?
Amy Farrah Fowler, The Big Bang Theory. Her exact nerd girl energy is just what the show needed.
It's a tiara! A tiara! I have a tiara! Put it on me, 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 put it on me.
Max Mayfield, Stranger Things. The new girl in Hawkins turned out to be just what the party needed.
Sometimes I imagine myself running to you, pulling you away. I imagine that if I had, that you would still be here.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Frank Reynolds, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Well, I don't know how many years on this earth I got left. I'm gonna get real weird with it.
It can be easy to forget given how long the show has been on the air, but Frank Reynolds didn't join the show until season 2. The stepfather of Dennis and Dee, Frank proves that his unhinged children are, if anything, watered-down versions of his own dysfunction. Despite Danny DeVito joining the cast mainly to increase the show's fame, he fits right in, and Frank's wild, untamed behavior often causes many of the disasters the gang find themselves in.
Ongo Goblogian, the art collector. Charmed, I'm sure.
Yes. Fond of drug use, guns, and sex workers, Frank is a chaotic gremlin of a man who is impossibly entertaining.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Is there a latecomer to your favorite show that we missed? Share the very best with us in the comments.
Clearly his taste in women is the same as his taste in lawyers, only the very best, with just the right amount of dirty.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.